Welcome back. Imagine seeing a Shakespearean play that hasn't even been written yet. That's what will happen tonight through Sunday on stage right here in Austin. The Improvised Shakespeare Company performing at the Long Center. They take audience suggestions to create a fully improvised Elizabethan-style play. Blaine Swen's the director of the show. Joey Bland is not the director. They join us. You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
They join us here to tell us about this. This is really cool. Now tell us about how it works. You know, a lot of, I don't want to say highbrow, but a lot of Shakespearean connoisseurs don't like the tongue-in-cheek about it, but that's exactly what this is. You take an audience suggestion right at the top, right?
That's right. We ask the audience to give us a title of a play that's never been written, and then we create that play on the spot in Shakespearean style, and a lot of times it ends up mirroring Monty Python as much as Shakespeare, but it's a lot of fun.
Comedy, tragedy, history, you got to have the these, you got to have the thous. Everything is authentic though, right?
That's right. Or we try.
That's right. We have these, thous, sword fights, romance, all of it.
How tough is it? I mean, if you get a lame suggestion off the top or something really good, you just take the first one, right?
We take the first thing that we hear clearly, and then we just take whatever ideas start coming. It's really, we really believe there's no such thing as a bad suggestion.
Right.
People always think there is, but we kind of build it from whatever comes up.
Joey, is it tough though? To take it, and I mean it's improvised, so it's immediate too.
That's right, it's immediate, and it'd be tough if we were alone, but there are 5 of us up there, and it really mirrors more like kids playing in a lot of ways than it's not such a cerebral exercise.
You guys from Chicago and have played all over 3 years of sold-out shows, and tell us how this started. How do you come up? How does someone come up with something like this?
Well, we had been doing it as a short exercise in front of an audience, so we'd been doing 2-minute scenes in the style of Shakespeare, and it kind of grew out of an idea of like, well, how can we do this longer? It's sustainable. And the more we started to treat it less as a parody of Shakespeare and more as a tribute to Shakespeare, the more seriously we took Shakespeare, the better it got, and the more fun it was to do.
I was going to follow up with that. How familiar do you have to be with? You have to be a purist, right? You have to know your Shakespeare to do an improvised Shakespeare.
Yeah, we know it so we can forget it, kind of. You know, so we read a lot together. We're probably the nerdiest improv group there is. So we do a lot of reading, but then we get on stage and it's total play. It's highbrow, and a lot of lowbrow as well.
Yeah, a lot of people don't expect to go see Shakespeare and come away with, you know, such a good time. I mean, obviously entertainment, but such a good time. And okay, let me ask you this, and I asked you when you came in. Played in Canada at the Just for Laughs Festival, Bumbershoot, and all these great places around the country. And I asked, do you ever play some of these Shakespearean festivals where, you know what, maybe they don't want the improvised and it doesn't fit? I mean, is everybody pretty open to?
There's snobbery out there, you know, there is.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but that's what it is.
I mean, we know what you're saying. There's snobbery out there, and people probably do. I think people read about our show, or hear about our show, and are like, I don't know about that. Either they're making fun of the thing we love, or Shakespeare's not my thing. But I think we have a pretty successful, up around in the 90s or 100% hit rate. When people see it, are like, oh, I get it now. That is really fun.
Reviews are, you gotta be happy with sellout shows, and people seem to love it.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. We're really pleased with the feedback we've been getting.
All right, let's give the information. Improvised Shakespeare Company performing tonight through Sunday at the Long Center. There's the information on your screen. Friday at 8, Saturday 4 and 8, Sunday at 3 and 7. $39. You're giving it away.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
That is really, that's a great show. All right, and of course, a great venue at the Long Center as well. Thanks for being here. Good to see you guys.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
Have a good time and a great show. Everybody that goes, I'm sure, going to enjoy it. All right, let's get a check-in.